Welcome to Mor-In podcast. I'm your host, Josh Morin, co-founder and vice president of Field Supplements, as well as sobriety, woke, business, and wellness coach. Mor-In delivers an array of content based on marketing, health and fitness, personal branding, marketing, and often goes down the rabbit hole of conspiracy, politics, and the truth. If you seek to better understand the inner workings of human performance, consciousness, business, and humanity, you have come to the right place. Thank you for tuning in and tagging along. Let's get today's podcast started. What's up, everyone? It is Hump Day, Wednesday night, episode number 30, and I got my shirt off, baby. So what's up? Welcome to Naked Nights number 1 with yours truly. I figured, man, I should just have my shirt off. I should show some skin, and maybe if I showed some skin, I'd get some more viewage. And I got y'all because there's something to that. There's something to me having my shirt off, not just because it's 110 degrees here in the devil's asshole in Glendale, Arizona, but because there's an important message. And I'm guilty of this message, and I think that you should listen up. So if you're tuning in and I got you with the tagline with me having my shirt off and Naked Nights, just hear me out real quick. All right, I'll be the first one to admit, social media, for sure, I receive a lot more likes and engagement when my clothes are off. And I'm guilty of it. Trust me. I've had photos of me naked. I've had photos of me partially naked and any other variation of me naked possible. I've had that on social media. And of course, that is what gets the most likes, most comments. And then when I put on my podcast or I put on something that's conscious or that's actually meaningful, I put some clothes on and I put a really positive message behind it, it gets somewhat of an engagement. It gets maybe a quarter or half the engagement that I receive from when I just take my clothes off and I put a two-word caption, or maybe even a one sentence caption on my photos. And what is the reason behind that? First off, I know what the reason is. Sex definitely sells. I get it. Sex sells, skin sells. But to me, let's get rid of some skin and let's get into more substance. Less skin, more substance. That's what should be the message here. And that's what I hope to do with this podcast by the end of it, that you can maybe change your consciousness and change your viewpoints on some things, because I am guilty of this. I take full responsibility, and I'm beginning to switch up my content on my social media page for this matter. Is that it's so easy just to be lost in this lull where you go into this social media and you're like, oh, check out that chick's ass. Look at that dude's abs. Look at this naked person who looks good, who's got big boobs. And you lick it. You probably wish you could lick it, but you like it. You like it, and then you like it, and you comment on it, and you share it with your friends. And those, most of the time, get most of the engagement because we have been sold by Hollywood that sex does sells. And I will be, again, the first one to say that even on my page, I've seen this happen. But I want a transition to happen. Am I going to keep posting photos of me with my shirt, my clothes off, my shirts off? Sure, absolutely. It's something that I enjoy to do. I like doing the modeling thing. Makes me feel beautiful. Makes me feel beautiful on the inside and on the outside. So don't hate on me for that. But also too is besides the nakedness, besides the skin, let's see some substance. Let's put our consciousness and our focus into the substance, where I've seen so many people post awesome videos, awesome content, and deliver some amazing messages, but since they don't have their clothes off and since they're not naked and they're not showing some skin, they're not getting many views. And there's a lot of pages out there that are getting a lot of views and a lot of engagement that are delivering this conscious message, but I know for a fact that the unconscious messages are receiving more, and it's time to see a change. It's time to see a global change, and it starts with us. I'm not saying that you have to stop liking photos of half-naked people, or I'm not saying that you have to stop being intrigued by sex. I am saying is that have some substance. Have some substance in your life. Is equally as important as sex, is equally as important as some skin, is some substance, and equally as important as those conscious messages. Maybe this comes off a little cringy to you. Maybe a Monday morning message from somebody that's motivational comes off a little cringy to you. But I know for a fact that Monday message, that motivation, that inspiration, that little bit, that person is being vulnerable enough to share that from their heart and share it from a space of kindness and share that from a space of respect and understanding. And they've been there, and share that from a space of experience. I promise you, if you just open your mind a little bit and you can switch your consciousness to want to flood your brain with this information instead of flood your brain with a bunch of poison, you'll begin to awaken. You'll begin to really, really develop into the person that you want to become. Because you can't just be unconscious and then expect to be a conscious human being. It just doesn't work like that. You must indulge. You must want to have that introspective, that within you, so the without you, outside of you, can begin to grow, respond, change, and attract what's inside of you. I went over this yesterday, simply talking about the laws of attraction. That in which is within you will be that in which is without you on the outside of you. And the one thing that we can all change, and me too, and I'm beginning to change this on my page, is I'm showing less skin and more substance. I want to deliver more and more and more content and deliver from my heart the space of vulnerability, the space of love, the space of respect, and the space that I'm not always right, and I'm not perfect, and I want you to see that. And I want you to see the same journey that I'm going through, because I know that I'm not alone on my journey. I know that there's so many people out there that are on the same path, on the same journey. And I want you, if you're watching this and you're on that conscious journey and you're on that spiritual pathway to becoming and developing into your best self, that I want to see that you're not alone, that you're not alone on this mission. There's so many people out there sharing, delivering, and providing such beautiful art, such beautiful messages with spoken word, such beautiful music, and articulate messages that are changing the world one person and one message at a time. And that's what I'm incredibly grateful for. So if you turned on this video because you saw me with my shirt off, and I've had some people reach out to me saying, man, you'd even get more views if you did it with your shirt off, if you did it with your pants off, you were naked. You know, you're probably right. So if I stood up right now, if I didn't have my pants on, you guys would have quite the show. But guess what? I got pants on. And my shirt's only off because I got you to click on this video. So not to say that you're a sucker, but you're a sucker because you're a sucker for skin, but now be a sucker for substance. Now be a sucker for substance. So when you see somebody post a message, instead of skipping through and tapping through when somebody's saying something on their story, because I know a lot of people do this, and a lot of people have unfollowed me because of this. And maybe you don't have to agree with me. Maybe you don't want to watch that shit. But I'm saying is if you do watch that shit and you take time out of your day, your 5 minutes or your 30 seconds to listen to a heartfelt message that somebody says and somebody delivers, I promise you, you'll begin to have more perspective about life. Maybe you'll learn something about yourself. I learn things about myself every single day by listening to other people speak. I learn from their experience and their viewpoints and their stance on things. And it gives me the introspective to be able to dig within myself to figure out, okay, how does this relate to me, my life, my situation? Am I like that? Was I like that? What are the similarities between their story and my story? How can I change the things that I'm now conscious of and see the cause and the effect to? What events in my past have shaped my now? How will I develop my now and who I am in the moment to develop a better future? These are our conscious conversations that we must have with ourselves to be able to develop as people. But it must come down to our habits. Our habits must change from the moment that we wake up in the morning, making our bed, brushing our teeth, taking a shower, whatever your habits are to have a successful day. If you have to do yoga, if you have to read, if you have to drink your fucking coffee or fucking 2 cups of coffee or 2 whole things of coffee. I don't even know what a coffee thing is, pots. You have to have habits that are successful and have some substance. Substance is going to create success. Skin, yeah, that's cool. We all can show some skin. I can show some skin on my social media. I can show my abs. Maybe make a couple progress pics, show you guys my new tattoos, do all that good shit. But guess what? Substance at the end of the day, that is what's going to deliver success. And I promise you, by indulging in things that are substance ridden, you're going to have such a broader perspective, and it's going to allow you to tap and become in tune with yourself and your higher self in that fourth dimensional plane, in that fourth dimensional field. It's going to allow you to become and attract all that you deserve to be. So that is my More in the Know nightly naked news with Morin. I'm going to change the name. Maybe I should do all of them with my shirt off and deliver a message and maybe start a culture like that so I can do some clickbait. But I think next episode I'm going to put my shirt back on, to keep delivering the good word, keep delivering the good message. And I really do feel that this is going to enlighten those who are ready to listen. And if you'd already turned off the video, you didn't even make it to this far, so that's fine. I'm only talking to the people who've made it this far. And if this only reaches 4 people, I love you guys. And if this reaches 400, 4,000, 400,000, I love you guys too. I do this for the people who are listening this far, and I appreciate every single one of you. That concludes episode number 30. We have 7 left. 1 week left for the 30 for 30 More in the Know podcasting series. It's been a journey, and I do believe this is some of my best work. If you have a podcast, if you have a story, if you have a dream, a goal, an aspiration, something inside of you that burns strong, something inside of you that really strums the tune of your heartstrings, that really plays music within your soul, do that. Follow that passion, follow that music, follow that inner calling, because you only got one life, man. It's time to live it. I appreciate you guys. Be sure to stay in the know on Instagram at Mor-In-The-Know. That's MORINTHEKNOW. Behind me, and to get these muscles, I'll do a little booby dance for you guys. Bam, bam, bam. There you go. There's your show. To get muscles like that, or even bigger ones, like Josh Smith up in California, Josh Smith up in Washington. To get big like Josh Smith, check out Fueled Supplements at fueledsupplements.com, or you can check us out on Instagram at Fueled Supplements, and stay more in the know on my website at morintheknow.org. I love you guys. Have a blessed evening.